apparently, Discovery's very popular Shark Week program is racist and may also hurt the feelings of sharks. The Washington Post out with this headline: Shark Week lacks diversity, overrepresents men named Mike. And the report highlighted a study as well that claimed the show, quote, emphasized negative messages about sharks, lacked useful messaging about shark conservation, and overwhelmingly featured white men as experts, including several with the same name. That would be Mike. Thankfully, the sharks can't read this. Harris.
So let's put them all in a Shark Tank and see if they can take the feelings of the sharks into account in that environment. That's it. I'm done.
Harris nailed it, Ainsley. What say you? Your intro, by the way, the outro of the last book was so funny.
Oh,
the hardest I've laughed.
Well, I would say, like, if we find out that Discovery is only hiring men named Mike, preferably Mike, then maybe there's a problem. But give me a break. Mike is such a popular name. There are so many men that love sharks. There are probably more men in this profession than there are women, and happen to be named Mike. That was a very popular name, Michael, when we were all growing up, still is. You know, so I don't think we have a problem here. I'm not offended by this. If we need more women in the profession, then fine. Hire some more women to be on Discovery. But give me a break. This is Shark Week. Are we really? Do we really care?
So Raymond, on the other hand,
yes.
You know, people argue, look, these voices are really important. Representation matters. That there are plenty of women and people of color in the field who grew up watching Shark Week that thought, maybe I can't do that. I can't enter that field because those people don't look like me. And the reality is that the leadership in that industry is mostly male, but the representatives in the industry are largely or mostly female, and people of color aren't represented. So how do you balance the two?
Well, this woman, this researcher, her name, by the way, is Lisa Whitenack. So people may have issues with just the name. But this is ridiculous. When you go looking at something like Shark Week, naturally men are going to be more drawn to dealing with sharks. It's like me saying, you know what, I did a study. Too many women on those Housewives of Beverly Hills, and they're all, you know, against the husbands, or, you know, too many drag queens on RuPaul's. That's what the show is about. So we can't take issue with the people that are naturally attracted to this reality genre or that, and try to make a national case of it. If you don't like that one, there's another one over there that you will like.
That's a good point. You can change
well.
the channel.
Right.
Change the channel. There's diversity across these networks.
Right. But you and I both are part of fields that used to be absolutely male-dominated, that women had to force their way.
All of us are.
And now that ratio has sort of changed, right?
Absolutely.
Most law schools now are mostly women, and I think that the stats are changing for the medical
school 50-50, and you know, it's a really big deal. But I agree with Ainsley, what she said. This would be a story if they had evidence, or they produced evidence showing that black-brown applicants were being denied for less qualified white applicants named Mike. That's the story. What I seem to find as the issue in this is just the waste of academic funding.
Right.
So this study came out of Allegheny College, and it received funding from Allegheny College. Allegheny College also just got a $500,000 grant from Howard Hughes under the name of To Foster Equity in Students' Experience in the STEM Programs. I don't know, why don't we take that $500,000 and actually put it into the STEM innovation so we can attempt to be on par with China when it comes to tech in this country? I mean, it's a waste of academic funds, and it happens all the time.
Harris, that's such a great point. Like, I wonder, you know, taking a serious note for a second, if the industry is lacking, why so much focus on the coverage? What does it matter if someone is on TV? Shouldn't it matter who has access to the research, who's able to go to get the education? You know, if there are inequities, essentially, why aren't we addressing them? To Ainsley's point, earlier in the system rather than...
That's a great point.
...whether a production company has featured someone.
Absolutely right. And I would love to leave it at the serious note, but I do want to take it here. Because you're right. You're right about that, Emily. You're brilliant. Has anybody asked the sharks if they identify as a different...
Well,
like, are there brown sharks on the inside?
You know what
I just want to know.
Can I say something? What I'd say to my daughter if she wanted, she's like, Mom, I watched the show. There are no women on there. I'd say, then go change it.
right.
Well, and
Go get on that show.
There you go.
To hear, should we change from a great white shark to a
See,
great
that's what I'm
neutral palate
wondering.
shark?
Like, do they... Yeah. I don't know.
Well, your daughter can watch me drive tanks if she wants. That's on the Weapons of War
There you
Fox
go.
Nation show. Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.